thank you for watching this regional forecast for the Northeast. I'm Andrew Pritchard, meteorologist with Nutrien Ag Solutions. Temperatures across the region, well, we've got a big area of heat and humidity expanding across the central U.S. Meanwhile, across the Northeast, we have a huge temperature gradient, 30s and 40s in the north, 50s and 60s off to the south, and again, those 70s not all that far off either. So we look at the satellite picture here, we've got some cloud cover and precipitation making their way through the Northeast, just about the only place across the lower 48 that's seeing much in the way of widespread cloud cover and precipitation. Again, you see some of those light showers making their way across the region, more in the way of thunderstorm activity as you head back toward the north and to the west. That's where our severe weather threat is going to be greatest as we head through the next 24 hours as well. We have an enhanced risk across portions of Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin, with a slight risk surrounding that. Marginal risk in far western portions of New York and Pennsylvania. That's going to be especially as we head into the very late part of the day into the overnight. And then tomorrow, though, a slight risk across Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, and then points all the way east across the Corn Belt into the northern plains. The reason for that, we've got this background state with the jet stream, the big ridge across the region. That's a reason for the heat and the humidity returning to the Corn Belt. Now, as we take this over the next 24 hours or so, we're going to see this wave begin to push into the region here on Wednesday. You see kind of the stronger jet stream winds embedded with this system making its way through, along with a stationary boundary kind of across the region. So that's why we expect those showers and storms, at least a couple of rounds of those, especially across western portions of the Northeast as we head into Wednesday and Thursday. Now, getting into the weekend and beyond, we're going to continue to kind of keep this alignment where we've got pretty strong upper level support across the region, so a chance for some showers and storms as we head into the weekend as well. The high resolution NAM model over the next 48 to 60 hours. Let's go ahead and take a look here. We watch the rain make its way out as we get into the daytime today, maybe just some scattered showers across the region this afternoon and evening. As we head into the overnight, here's that chance for the first round of maybe some strong storms making its way into western New York and western Pennsylvania. During the overnight, again, maybe some gusty winds with these storms, and then as we head into the day on Wednesday, we'll see the potential for another cluster or two of storms move through. And then if we get these morning storms to clear out, we get things really unstable across the region by the afternoon and evening. Perhaps some more intense clusters of storms popping up across western portions of Pennsylvania, maybe into central Pennsylvania as well. Some of these storms producing some gusty winds as well. Let's take it into Wednesday night then, watching shower and storm activity make its way off to the south. Thursday should be a dry day across the Northeast with that frontal boundary pushing off south of the region. We can expand this with the look at the European model, again watching the chance for that rain shower activity to make its way out as we get to the later part of the day today. Tomorrow, watching for thunderstorm activity, especially across this corridor right here. Still maybe some thunder chances off to the north, but more in the way of just rain showers expected, I think. Here we'll head into Thursday, which should be a mostly dry day across the Northeast. The exception would be again across western and southern portions of the region where maybe you get some thunderstorms popping up across central and southern Pennsylvania. Let's take it into Friday, keeping that kind of disturbance, that boundary across the region, now bringing in that strong upper level support, kicking off showers and storms on Saturday. And then again as we get into Sunday and maybe even Monday. So we take a look at total precipitation then between now and next Tuesday, so the next 7 days of precipitation, and we see kind of the disorganized fashion, but the heaviest amounts here off to the west across western Pennsylvania, western New York, where 1 to 3 inches of rain is going to be possible. Elsewhere across the Northeast, we're talking about a very scattered and disorganized precipitation alignment here that has some people dry with just a few tenths of an inch of precipitation, others picking up maybe an inch or so with some of the heavier showers or storms. The probability of an inch or more of precipitation accumulating between now and next Tuesday, again, the highest probabilities across western Pennsylvania, western New York, and then splotchy amounts here where we could see maybe some locally heavy precipitation across portions of upstate New York. Now, our wild card potentially next week is Tropical Depression 3, which is forecast to kind of spin around, meandering through the Gulf, and then eventually make its way up through the southern U.S. And into the central and eastern Corn Belt. I know a lot of time to go between now and then as we talk about the next 7 days, something as delicate as the track of a tropical disturbance. But should this happen, this could bring another round of heavy precipitation, first to the central and eastern Corn Belt, or really first to the Gulf Coast, second to the central and eastern Corn Belt, and then third, as we head into mid next week, potentially to the Northeast region. Temperatures over the next 7 days are going to continue to be quite warm across the central U.S., with some of that warmth expanding into the Northeast as we head into the weekend. We'll get a shot of cooler air as we head into early next week, but then the potential for that warm air to expand back into the Northeast as we head into late next week. Your highs for the day today, cool across the Northeast, about the only place that is cool right now. 60s across the Northeast for the highs today until you get all the way to western Pennsylvania. We see those 70s and 80s expanding across the Northeast as we head into the later part of the week. Here's Thursday, Friday, Saturday we start to see cooler air begin to work its way back in. We'll see several days of cooler temperatures as we head into the early part of next week.